Hi, I'm Chef Matthew Stowe from Joey Restaurants, and today we're going to make Eggs Benedict, an all-time classic brunch item, perfect way to celebrate Mother's Day using our Joey at Home meal kit. Let's get cooking and start earning those brownie points. So let's go through all the ingredients that are in our kit. Starting with the eggs. We've given you 2 extra eggs here. You only need 4 for the recipe. In case you crack that yolk before you poach it, you'll have a little bit of insurance. We've got some sliced bacon here, an avocado. These would be kind of the basis for our Benedict. You can either do all bacon, you can do all avocado, whatever you like. Maybe a his and hers bacon and avocado one. English muffins, hollandaise. The most important ingredient with Eggs Benedict is our hollandaise. This one is dad-proof, kid-proof. Anyone can make it. All you need to do is microwave it up just to heat it up. It's good to go. Some potatoes for our hash browns, and then a bit of fresh parsley, some green onion, some garlic butter, and then a couple nice tomatoes that we're just gonna sear off in the end. Okay, so the first thing we wanna do is cook off our bacon. Very simple. All we're gonna do is cut it in half so it fits nicely on the Benny. You probably will have a bit of extra bacon for this, we can serve on the side. So we're just gonna cut this in half, lay it onto a parchment lined tray. If you don't have parchment paper, you can put it directly on the tray, get the kids to do the dishes later. This does save you a little bit of time though. Just lay out our bacon, very simple. I like to cook bacon in the oven. It's a little cleaner. You don't get all the splattering. And this nice thick cut bacon just cooks a little more evenly in the oven than in a frying pan. So we're gonna take our bacon, we're gonna place it in a preheated, very important, preheated 400-degree oven. That'll cook for about 6-7 minutes. We're gonna flip them over and then they'll cook for another 4 or 5 minutes till they're nice and crispy. Okay, so it's time to cook our hash browns, but before we do that, we're gonna take a pot, I fill it up with water and just place it on high heat. We wanna bring this up to a boil. This is how we're gonna cook our eggs later on. So I have my pan on medium heat. Very important that it's kind of medium, low heat. This process to crisp up the potatoes is gonna take about 15 minutes, so you want it nice and low and gentle to get that texture going. So take some olive oil, about a tablespoon. You can use vegetable oil if you like. That just goes in the bottom of a pan. We're gonna add our potatoes. You can hear that sizzle, that's exactly what you wanna hear. Okay. You can just spread them out. You can use a spoon or your hands if you're brave. And you wanna just, again, place this on medium-low heat and just leave them alone and let them start developing a little crust on them. Okay, so let's toast our English muffins. You can use a knife if you like as well, but just delicately separate your English muffins. And then these are just gonna go right into a toaster until they're nice and crispy. You want them brown on the edges, but nice and soft in the center. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes now. I didn't mess around with the potatoes, just left them in the pan to develop that nice crust. Now I'm gonna flip them. You could use a spoon as well. But as you can see, just starting to get a little bit of brown on the edges. It's exactly what you want. Spread them back out. Let them go for another 3 minutes. In your kit, there's a little bit of parsley. We're gonna use this for garnish, as well as some chopped for the potatoes. So for the garnish, what I like to do is just take some of the parsley leaves and I put them into a little bit of ice water. And this just kind of keeps them nice and fresh, give them a little bit of life. And this will really make the dish look nice in the end. You want to go that extra mile for your mom. It's Mother's Day, okay? The rest of the parsley, I'm just going to put onto a cutting board and I'm just going to give it a rough chop. This is going to get folded into the potatoes at the end. Very simple. So for the tomatoes, just take them off the vine if your tomatoes came with the vine. And all we're going to do is just slice them in half. These are really nice. We're gonna sear these once the potatoes are almost done. Okay, so our potatoes have now cooked for about 6 minutes. Okay, a little bit of salt. I like to season just high up, so you give it a nice even dusting. Okay, this is totally to your taste. And then I'm gonna give them another flip. And as you can see, they're really starting to get nice and brown there. So you get some nice browning, okay? This goes back on the heat, and we're gonna repeat this process 2 more times, so the potatoes will cook in total for about 12 minutes. We're gonna get our eggs ready for poaching. Like I said before, we're gonna give you 6 eggs just in case you crack one during this step, or maybe 2. Little insurance policy. What you like to do is just crack them. I crack them into a dish. This way, no shell ends up in your poaching water, so you can ensure it's nice and clean. Any little dish will do, a kid's cereal bowl, anything, doesn't matter. Whatever you have on hand, but you just wanna pre-crack them. Okay, so poaching eggs. Sounds intimidating, it's not. Let's work together, we'll get this done. Mom will be super, super impressed, okay? Pot of boiling water here. Very important. Your pot comes up to a complete boil. We're gonna turn it off, okay? Turn off the heat. Don't need vinegar in this. Don't worry about that. I know there's recipes out there with vinegar. I hate eggs that taste like vinegar. You don't need it for this. All you need to do is have a nice pot of boiling water, turn it off, take a spoon, and I'm gonna create like a tornado in here. And this is gonna help wrap those whites around the yolk and give you a nice shape. So a nice kind of vortex, if you will, or tornado is formed. Now I'm just gonna dump my eggs in, all 4. As you can see, it's spinning around. It'll give you a really nice shape that'll sit out perfectly on those English muffins. Take your spoon again if you'd like, and just around the top to make sure you don't crack any of those eggs. Don't touch any of the eggs that are poaching. Give it one more stir, and you want to let these sit for about 2.5 to 3 minutes for a nice soft poached egg. Okay, so our eggs have been poaching for about 2.5 minutes. I'm going to take a slotted spoon here. I have a plate, very important, with some paper towel, and we're just going to drain these off. Be careful when you take them out of the water. As you can see, they have just a really nice shape, very nice and soft. Okay, those are going to go onto a plate. Okay, so the star of the show, the hollandaise, best part about Eggs Benedict. We've done the work for you. You're gonna look like a rock star. Mom's gonna be happy. It's gonna be a great day. All you need to do is heat this up. Put it into the microwave, 30 seconds, give it a stir, another 30 seconds, and it's good to go. Okay, so for the avocado, very simple. We're just gonna cut this avocado in half. Okay, like so. Ooh, good one. Only a small pit. You get lots of avocado with this one. Using your knife, just... Are you f***ing kidding me? Using our knife, we're just gonna pop this into the pit. Pull it out. Okay, so to scoop out the flesh, you can either use a spoon, or if they're really nice and ripe, you can just peel off the skin. And they look just perfect. And then for the bennies, just cut these into 6 slices. And again, there's plenty in the kit if you want to do all avocado benny or all bacon benny or one of each. Okay, so it's been about 6 to 7 minutes. I'm just gonna flip my bacon over so it's nice and evenly brown. You can use tongs if you like. And then this will go back in for about 5 to 6 minutes until it's nice and crispy. Okay, so our potatoes have cooked for 12 minutes. They're nice and crispy. It may take a little bit longer depending on your stovetop. But what you're looking for is a nice brown color on the potatoes, nice crispiness. We're gonna add a bit of our garlic butter now. So give it a really nice flavor, as well as some chopped parsley. You just wanna give this a toss until the butter's melted. You can use a spoon if you like. Break up that butter. Just toss the potatoes, stir them up so the butter coats them evenly. And then what we wanna do is actually just sear off our tomatoes. So we're gonna push all the potatoes to one side of the pan to stay warm. We're gonna season our tomatoes with just a little bit of salt. You can use some pepper if you like, but salt is just fine. And then these just go cut side down in the pan, just for 1 to 2 minutes to give them a nice little char. Start cooking and get some of those juices out of them. Okay, so our bacon is good to go. All we're gonna do is take it off this tray and just blot it onto a paper towel. And these will just hang out until it's time to build our benny. Okay, so first things first, we wanna take our nice warm English muffins, put them down onto a plate. I'm gonna kind of build a his and hers, if you will. So I'm gonna take a couple pieces of our nice crispy bacon, lay those on that avocado. Our eggs right on top. Our hollandaise that I've warmed up in the microwave. Just give it a stir. Pour those right over the top. You just want to kind of envelop the egg, poached egg. Use more if you'd like. And then our potatoes, very simple. We'll just divide these up, nice and crispy. Tomatoes, just take these out, place them, cut side up. See how they've just started to soften, take on a little bit of color. Okay, so now let's just make it look pretty for our mum. Parsley leaves, you can just spread those onto the potato. Some of our green onions just over the top. There we have it, our Eggs Benedict, fit for a queen. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Pour some mimosas and start the celebration.